Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths are the foundation of the Buddhist teachings. They are like a doctor's method, understanding the sickness, suffering, finding the cause, seeing the possibility of healing, and then giving the medicine or treatment. These truths were discovered by the Buddha more than 2500 years ago, after he attained enlightenment. Though they are deep, we can understand them in simple terms and apply them to our everyday lives. In this essay, we will look closely at each of the Four Noble Truths in simple language, giving example, explanation of Pali terms, and the practical meaning behind each truth. We will also explore how they can guide people, especially children in schools, to live more peaceful and meaningful lives. The first noble truth, dukkha, the truth of suffering. The first noble truth is called dukkha in Pali. It means suffering, but also includes ideas like stress, dissatisfaction, pain, or discomfort. The Buddha said that life involves suffering. This doesn't mean that life is always painful or sad, but that pain and discomfort are part of life. Examples of dukkha: physical suffering, such as getting sick, feeling tired, growing old, or dying. Mental suffering, such as sadness, worry, anger, fear, or loneliness. Change. Even happy moments don't last forever. A favorite toy breaks, a loved one moves away, or a fun day ends. Attachment and desire. We suffer when we want something and don't get it, or when we fear losing something we love. The three types of dukkha. The Buddha explained three types of suffering. Dukkha, ordinary suffering, physical or mental pain. Viparinama dukkha, suffering from change. Things don't stay the same. Sankhara dukkha, suffering due to the nature of existence. The fact that we are made of changing parts, body, thoughts, feelings, means we are never fully at peace. Understanding dukkha helps us wake up. By recognizing that suffering exists, we become more realistic. Many people ignore suffering or try to avoid it, but the Buddha encouraged us to see it clearly. Only then can we begin to understand it and do something about it. The second noble truth, samudaya, the cause of suffering. The second noble truth is samudaya, which means the cause of origin of suffering. The Buddha taught that craving or desire is the main cause of suffering. What is tanha? The word tanha means thirst, just like we feel thirsty for water. We also feel a thirst for things in life: pleasure, power, love, success, and so on. But this craving never ends. Once we get something, we want more. And if we don't get what we want, we feel unhappy. There are three types of tanha. Kama tanha, craving for sensual pleasures like food, music, beauty, etc. Bhava tanha, another one, vibhava tanha. Another important cause is avijja, ignorance or not knowing the truth. People do not see the true nature of life, and because of that, they chase after things that bring suffering. When we do not understand impermanence, suffering, and non self, we continue to crave and suffer. Example: think of a child who wants a new toy. He cries for it. Once he gets it, he is happy. But later, he breaks it or loses it. Then he becomes sad or angry. This is a small example of how desire causes suffering. The third noble truth, Nirodha, the end of suffering. The third noble truth is Nirodha, which means the end of cessation of suffering. The Buddha taught that it is possible to end of suffering. If we can remove desire and ignorance, then suffering will also end. What is Nibbana? The Buddha called this state Nibbana. It is the state of being free from suffering, craving, hatred, and ignorance. Nibbana is not a place, it is a state of peace and freedom. In example, in some simple terms, Nibbana is the cooling of the fire of desire, hatred, and delusion. Just like when you put out a fire, things become calm and peaceful. So, too, when we remove these defilements and the mind becomes peaceful. Is it possible in this life? The Buddha and many of his disciples attain Nibbana in this very life. This shows that ordinary people can reach this goal with effort, mindfulness, and wisdom. Imagine a pond. If there is wind, the water is disturbed and you cannot see clearly. But if the wind stops, the water becomes calm and clear. In the same way, when we remove greed, anger, and ignorance, the mind becomes still and we see things as they really are. The Four Noble Truths, Magga, the path of end suffering. The Four Noble Truth is Magga, which means the path. The Buddha gave a path called the Noble Eightfold Path to end suffering. The path is not about believing in something, it is about practicing a way of life. The Eightfold Path. The path has 8 parts grouped into 3 main areas: wisdom, morality, and concentration. Wisdom, right view, samadhi, understanding the Four Noble Truths and seeing the life clearly. Right thought, samma sankappa, thinking and kindness, compassion, and letting go of harmful desires. Morality. Right speech. Speaking truthfully, kindly, and not gossiping. Right action. Samma kammanta. Acting in ways that do not harm others, not killing, stealing, engaging in wrong behavior. Right livelihood. Samma ajiva. Earning a living in a way that does not hurt others, not selling weapons, drugs, or living dishonestly. Concentrations. Right effort. Sammavayama. Making effort to develop good qualities and remove bad ones. Right mindfulness. Sammasati. Being aware of body, feelings, mind, and thoughts. Right concentration. Samma Samadhi. Developing deep meditation and focus. The middle way. The Eightfold Path is also called the middle way because it avoids two extremes. One is too much pleasure, like always chasing enjoyment, and the other is too much pain, like punishing the body. The middle way is a balanced path of wisdom, ethics, and mental training. Apply the Four Noble Truths in Daily Life. Understanding the Four Noble Truth is not just for monks or scholars. Everyone, including children, can learn and use these truths in daily life. For children and lay people, understanding dukkha helps children realize that problems and pain are not part of life and not a punishment. Knowing the cause helps them understand that wanting too much or being selfish leads to suffering. Believing in Nibbana gives hope that peace is possible. Practicing the Eightfold Path teaches moral values, mindfulness, and mental discipline. In modern society, today's world, many people are stressed, anxious, or depressed. The Four Noble Truths offer a timeless method to deal with these problems by understanding the mind and training it. Meditation, ethical living, and clear thinking can help people live happier lives. Why the Four Noble Truths are still important today, even after 2500 years, the Four Noble Truths are still relevant. Technology and science have changed the world, but the nature of the mind has not changed. People still suffer from fear, anger, jealousy, and craving. The Buddha's teachings offer a way to understand and transform this suffering. The Four Noble Truths are also important for Buddhist education. Teach children these truths in ways they can understand through stories, examples, and daily practice. This helps the younger generation grow with compassion, wisdom, and peace. Are the heart of the Buddha's teachings. They show us a problem, explain its a cause, offer hope for a solution, and give a practical method. These truths are simple but deep. Everyone at any age can begin to understand them and practice them. By learning the living according to the Four Noble Truths, we can live better lives, help others, and even reach the final goals of liberation from suffering. This makes the Four Noble Truths not only a philosophy but also a guide to peace and happiness in the modern world.